Hi, this is PR Sundar. Welcome to Dalal Street Week Ahead program sponsored by Delta.exchange. Last week, what has happened? Markets were just consolidating. On a close to close basis, a Nifty closed about 20-30 points higher between last week and the previous week. So you can say more or less is a Toji pattern, which means that the markets are indecisive on a weekly candle. And what happened ahead of the RBI policy? So the expectation was very high. On Tuesday, Nifty shot up nearly 400 points. Then after that, for the next 3 days is just consolidating. Right? In fact, last week I told you the markets are broadly likely to consolidate between 23,000 and 24,000. So the problem is that FII keep on selling, DIIs keep on buying. Right? They are both equal and opposite forces. So then it all left to the retail people's position. If the retail people are overly long, that's why market came down. But 2 times, 3 times it has fallen below 23,000. I don't think that there'll be any more margin calls. So whoever had a huge leverage position, so they must have been out of the market by this time. So therefore, at best, markets can consolidate. So that is a view. US markets on Friday, it fell drastically. That's because the previous weekend, and that is when all the big dramas came. Just 2 hours before the market closed, the previous week, Trump announced 25% tariff hike against Mexico and Canada, 10% against China. Then on Saturday morning, Canada has retaliated. So because of that, the Monday also the markets fell. So the same fear has come last Friday. Again, the Trump now said that he might be announcing a tariff against all the countries. So that created some jitterness. But broadly speaking, as I've been saying the same thing, the US, it has gone into big trouble when the inflation shot up to 9% in the year 2022. Then after that, slowly, now only the things are getting back to normal. So left, right and center, 25%, 40%, 50% tariff against other countries will do more damage to America than to other countries. And so inflation will start shooting up in US. Again, we might go back to something like 2022. So that is why I'm sure all the advisors to US president will be giving these details. So that's why now the people say probably he is actually using this as a technique to come to the negotiation table for better placement. So otherwise he might not be actually doing anything. Otherwise, why should he increase the tariff by 25%? Then he say for 1 month we are stopping it. All these kinds of drama is going on. And of course, Trump means drama. And Trump means volatility, right? And in fact, after the Trump winning, US market has not gone anywhere. 5-6% up, down, up, down, up, down, the markets are just consolidating in US markets also. But anyway, so the jitterness will be spread among the world markets. And the GIFT Nifty is already indicating about a 100-point gap down, right? So therefore, definitely tomorrow, starting may not be good. But who knows? If Trump is silent for the two days, Saturday and Sunday, then probably things may improve. Now, more than watching our market, we have to keep watching what Trump is talking nowadays. Otherwise, there are no important data next week, and there are no corporate results also. I think most of the corporate results are over. There are no important corporate results. And people, looking for something good. So one good thing is that in the last 8 to 10 trading session, the India VIX has fallen from around level 19 to level 14. So that is a huge fall in India VIX. So what does it mean? Right? When India VIX falls, Now it is decisively below 15. So that means, the probability of, the market crashing like, what last few weeks is very, very low, right? So that is why I've been saying that, 23,000 is a very, very good support. And however, the resistance will also be somewhere near only around 24,000. So that's mainly because, no matter what happens, these FIIs keep on selling. So any rise in the market used as an opportunity by FIIs to sell the market. So another good thing is that the Bank Nifty has started outperforming the Nifty for the last 1 week, right? So now the Bank Nifty, it was up 2 days, Wednesday and Thursday, while Nifty was down both Wednesday and Thursday, but Friday everything fell. So if you look at the open interest and by taking the cue from the India weeks, and the people are thinking the market will go for sideways for the next few trading sessions. So because of that, people are taking 23,500 straddle and 23,600 straddle. I think 23,600 straddle is having a huge open interest, followed by 23,500. So whatever it is, the combined premium is roughly about 300 points. So that indicates the level of 23,200 to 23,800 as the range for next 4 trading sessions. But if you are a strangle seller, it's better to have a more buffer. So that's why I've been saying 23,000 to 24,000 as the range. Okay? And sometimes, markets take a direction once all the events are over. Now the budget is over, and then RBI policy is over, the corporate results are over. So now everything is digested. There is a possibility that market may take a direction. So that risk is there, but let us hope, even if that direction is taken, so that direction is on the higher side, not on the lower side. So that is what the India weeks indicates. But again, nowadays people say the only 2 things are certain in our market. One, FII is selling. The other one is India weeks keep on fluctuating. So the India weeks can change any times, but as long as it is trading below 15, we can hope that the downside risk is limited. So as I said, in my yesterday video, I'm not bullish for a very long term, right? But of course, in the short term, things can go anywhere. So in fact, after the last budget, I've taken a bearish view. Because in the last time budget, they increased the long-term capital gain tax, they increased short-term capital gain tax, they increased STT, they removed the indexation benefit, all the 4 things related to stock market they have done. But despite that, Nifty went to 26,300. And then what happened? It came crashing down all the way to 23,000. So when I'm saying that, I'm not bullish for the long term, it does not mean that the short term, the markets will not go. But if it goes, that is an opportunity, to sell, not opportunity to buy. So can you imagine Nifty 31,000 call option was trading more than 400 rupees? Because when the market were inching towards 26,000 plus, right? The people have become so bullish. And that time I told my friends, so it is time to sell call option. But when the market has already shot up from 19,000 to 26,000, it can go to 27,000, it can go to 28,000. So we don't know. Market will reverse, that's for sure. But when it will reverse, after moving how many points higher it will reverse, that we don't know. So you want to be on the safe side, you sell even far out of the money call options like 30,000, 31,000. So 31,000 call option, some of my friends sold for more than 400 rupees. And I'm sure there is no way Nifty will be going to 31,000. But all these are, in December options, right? So people, they do not, I would say, they have not realized the potential in trading in long-term options. The pathetic thing in India is that, even many brokers are of the view that, trading in long-term options is very risky. Forget about the brokers. Even the SEBI is thinking that trading in long-term options is very risky. That is why there is an extra 5% margin money if you are trading in long-term options. Of course, that is only for sellers, not for buyers, right? So, I'm looking, if once again, if Nifty goes to 26,000, something like that, then I will be looking to sell 30,000, 31,000 call option expiring either this December or even the next December, right? So, by the way, I'm doing one webinar through Money Control. Okay. So initially it was supposed to be a paid one, right? But based on my request, so they've made it free, right? But at the same time, it's not free for all. So once it's given free for all, I'm sure, at least 1 lakh, 2 lakh people will be logging in, so that infrastructure, cannot afford. If somebody wants to create an infrastructure of that sort, that will involve lakhs of rupees. So at the end of the day, Money Control is a business group. They are not doing charity, right? So we can ask them, to do it in non-profit. That is reasonable. But asking them to do it at free of cost is very, very bad. But despite that, so I insisted that, they should do it free. So they have agreed to do free for pro members. I think pro members for Money Control is just only about 100 rupees per year, I think. That I'm not very sure. So I remember seeing 100 rupees sometimes back, right? So wait for my webinar. I think that is on 16th of March, right? So otherwise, this week is going to be a consolidation, probably with a negative bias. But one surprising thing on Friday, the market was so volatile. It went up 200 point, came down 200 point, went up 200 point, 3 times, 4 times. But despite that, FII selling was not very big. FII selling was very, very little. I think about less than 500 crore. Right? I don't know why the markets were so volatile. Right? So, on one side, the FII selling is, coming slightly down. On the other side, Trump jitter is going on. So, therefore, no, it's very difficult to say where the market will move. But more or less sure that, it will be within a range of 23,000 to 24,000. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you for watching.